Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Ah, it is. It is a very snowy, cold day here. So, top of the hours, I'm gonna be taking a break so I can go check the wood stove, make sure it's still cooking. Because it has been cold would be an understatement, and I have to work this weekend, and it's supposed to be a blizzard. So, wish me luck in those travels. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna pack the car with an overnight bag just in case I get stuck. Not that I want to, and I'm only a mile and a half away, but as a just in case people call out kind of thing. So today's goal is to finish 939. I think I can do it in 3 hours. I have this little bit left from the last column that I was working on Tuesday, and no stream tomorrow because I have eye pokies. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got a couple of things finished yesterday. Well, Tuesday night, I should say, as I got a wooden dragon finished. Husband Creature got it for me a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then I've been craftstipated lately, so I took it out, and it was nice. It was a nice breaker craft. And I also got all the shamrocks that I'm making for work for bingo prizes. I got all those shamrocks done. But now, my next tasks in the pipeline are to finish the shawl that I'm working on for a coworker. Hello, hello. I was talking about my craftstipation. I'm almost done this column. Let's see, I got 6 stitches left. You drive safe now, because I don't know what it's like up where you are, but down here it's sketchy. It's not doing anything, but it's sketchy. Like last night we had just a coating of the squeaky fluffy snow, and for people who know snow, there are different types of snow. The squeaky fluffy snow is absolutely gorgeous, but it renders your car with no brakes. Like, fuck your brakes. The best way to stop is to take your foot off the gas pedal and coast to a stop. Because your brakes will make you Tokyo drift. So, 11 o'clock at night, I had to Tokyo drift down my hill, which is always fun. But apparently, most of the lower 48's getting bitch slapped with weather they're not used to. I think I think Al Roker on the Today Show was saying the he was talking about a foot of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and how the southern states don't have snow removal equipment. And I'm like, nope, you don't. Okay, yeah, the just fluffy snow. It's just like it's like poofy water. But squeaky fluffy snow is different. Everybody from a warm climate's going, what? Or a non-snow climate, I should say. The fuck this white girl's talking about. Loners are fun. Yay, I got the column all done, and I'm at the end of a piece of string, so I can start a new piece of string and go up to well, I'm gonna not expect any responses from you while you are driving your car. So I'm gonna therapeutically stab stuff while I sit here in my. I mean, it's not cold. My house is not cold, but it's not what I would define as toasty warm yet either. One of the first one of the first things I did this morning was uh I've noticed a huge draft underneath my front window. Now, the window that is currently there is a replacement window due to the fact that while the previous owner 20 years ago was trying to sell the house, someone drove by and threw a rock through the plate glass window that used to be there. And so he had to replace the window because no one wants to buy a house with a broken plate glass window in the front. And so there was a huge draft coming in from beneath it, and I'm like, no, it's going to be very, very cold in the next few days, and I've been meaning to do this forever. So I finally put some foam insulation in the leaky hole. And it immediately, like, when I was filling it in, I could feel the air just dissipating. Okay. Okay. Well, drive safe. I'll be here for the next 3 hours. So rest assured. Filling her in. And depending on when I get the 939 done, I might jump into the pile of random colors that I have to fill in to complete the page. Because yeah, 939 takes in all of this, a little bit down here, but then I have all kinds of colors in there that still need to be still need to be filled in. That's lovely. Okay. Now it's just a matter of back and forth. I don't even really have to move the camera at all. And after stream today, I get to shovel out the driveway because there's going to be a lot of driveway shovel in the next few days. Not even doing well, this is a whole column, but not even do feels like I'm going so slow. I can also say that my meds, while I've taken them, have not kicked in yet, so that is probably why it feels like I'm going so slow. And I have judgmental dogs outside my door. Because while there are two of them, they refuse to actually interact with one another. They're like, no, no, we will interact with mom, and only mom. Oh, so yesterday I slept. Well, no, yesterday I worked. The day before, Tuesday, I slept most of the day. Legit. Working 16 hours after being up since 6 in the morning. It was a rough day. I slept. But, uh, yesterday I had to leave my house before work. I had to, eh, feature. Um, I had to get my ADHD meds. I had to get dog food, which are probably the only two things that'll lure me out of the house on a normal basis. And I stopped off at some thrift stores and I got some brightly colored, not well. I got some pink and orange-ish fabric. Two colors I don't have a lot of. I have a lot of dark colors, which is kind of funny because I like to paint with dark colors. I like to use stencil art with dark colors, so dark on dark doesn't generally work well. So I was like, no, no, I need some lighter colors so I can play with some of my other stencils. So I got to run it through the wash and get it a soda ash bath so it'll be all clean and stuff. But I got me some new colors for some new hoop art. But I also need to paw through my colors to find some dark blue. So, because I have a stencil that it's a woman. It's a woman outline, and she's being enveloped into a galaxy. It's really a pretty stencil, but the first go of it is gonna be bleh, uh, a dark blue piece of fabric and either silver or yellow, or maybe both. I don't know. See how it goes. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. This is gonna be a full set of block color. Because 939 owns my soul. And it's almost done, so then I can take it and bring it over to call dance for next week. Which I wish I could say I was joking. I have whatever color I'm working on call dance, whenever that one's done, I'll be swapping over to 939 because it's also a pretty decent color that needs to be put in there. Decent sized color, I should say. I mean, it's not a bad color. I'm just tired of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, stiff back today. And I know it's a weird time to do it, but while I'm packing overnight bag, I'm probably gonna clean out my car, at least like the trash and whatnot, just cause. Oh, got my hand stuck in the back. Invest in a fourth camera, the backside camera. Funny enough, I do have enough cameras that I could, in theory, place a camera so you can see the underside of the underside of the motion here. like I said, the squeaky, fluffy snow is just give up on having brakes. My advice as an Olympian car skier, as someone who has lived on a hill that has a. Actually, I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google the grade of the hill that I live on. Ooh, that's not fun. What? What? Okay. So there's not a specific grade to the hill, but it does say it is described as a notable steep incline that requires caution. And I have lived on the steepest part of the hill for 20 years. So, as a professional car skier, squeaky fluffy snow is almost as bad as ice. Ooh, yeah, yeah. That's rough. I'm sorry, Jules. Where did my string go? There we go. And while firefighters have a very dangerous job that takes a special kind of person to do, um, as someone who has been given a chronic illness that if I don't look after it, it will kill me. Like, life is precious. And I mean, not everybody gives everything enough credit for that. Yeah. Well, and see, and I do stuff like that too. Like, I, uh, recently one of the residents passed at the facility I work in, and it was not expected, and she passed in the facility. I have so many questions. Okay, so something moved in my room that shouldn't have moved, and I have all kinds of questions about that. And I know it moved because not yesterday, Tuesday, I was staring at it and going, "Why is that there?" And it moved. So I have to have a conversation with my house about fucking with me. So I had a resident recently pass away very unexpectedly, and a coworker unfortunately found her deceased, and that's a whole nother thing. But it is very well known that this person, as a mother, was not a very good one. Now, she was absolutely a cranky old lady, absolutely. And I'm sure somewhere she realizes, or realized at one point in time when her family kind of stopped coming to visit her, that she had atonement to do. But every life is precious, and whether someone has a good or a bad influence in your life, I use them as teaching moments. And I could very easily become bitter about the bad people in my life, but I use them as people I don't want to become like. Um and or choices I should not make. So I recognize that her family did not want anything to do with her. Oh, hello. Oh, it's me. Um. Oh, bugger. Uh, and her family, towards the end, like it was getting to the point where I'm like, even I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit judgy here. So, if you had a bad time growing up, I do not fault you for not wanting to be near a person. No, no judgment whatsoever coming from me. In situations where that person needs, for example, the lady I'm speaking of needed someone to go to doctor's appointments with her because she didn't have the memory to retain the information the doctor was telling her, and she wasn't giving us the paperwork after, so we had no idea what was going on. 1 second. We're having a dog conversation. Okay. Sorry about that. But paying an advocate or finding someone who is willing to at least go to the appointment and get the paperwork to bring back to wherever this person is. Hands down, probably the nicest thing that can be done. I'm not expecting, like, if you don't like someone, that's fine. And if they're related to you, that's fine too. And it just sucks a little bit more, especially if it's like a parent or a sibling. But allow them the dignity of the care, because this lady didn't know what was going on. Like, she recognized her family and everything like that, but I'm pretty sure, because she was so sauced most of her life, she has no idea what she did. And I didn't fault her sons for not wanting to be near her. No judgment. No. But making accommodations. Like, even I would make accommodations if I just couldn't stand being near a person. Which is very rare for me. Even the people I don't like, I respect their existence. I don't have to like their existence, but I can respect it. There is differentiations and degrees. Like, you can respect the sanctity of something, like someone's life, and still not like them. I have a couple people like that in my real life. But yeah, still, I'd never. But maybe, and I'm more and more recently discovering that I'm special. My outlook on things is very, very different than a lot of other people. And I am slowly pawing through it with my therapist. But she jokes around that I would make a good therapist because of my innate skill set. I'm like, no, well, if I became a therapist, honestly, I would like to become a therapist for sexuality, kind of like Kitty Asaurus. Like I enjoy the science and the thought process behind human sexuality, and how a lot of that feeds into other issues. But here, where I live, there's not a whole lot of people to be able to do the therapy hours with. So that's where it becomes difficult. Not the schooling, it's just the therapy hours. The clinical hours, because to get the sexuality specialty, you do have to have the therapy hours under your belt. I'm not even close to the tip of the ear, but I'm making progress. So tomorrow again, I won't be having any stream because I'm getting my eye poked. Once I get to the top of the ear, I'm gonna take a break and do a mark off, or 20 minutes. So I'm hoping in 20 minutes I can get to the top of the ear. Because just due to the nature of how it is outside, at 10 and 11, I will be going downstairs and feeding the fire. Got distracted, sorry. I was looking at the pattern because I'm like, this doesn't look right. And I was wrong. It's fine. And I know I have a steep goal, but I've had to edit. I wanted to get all of 939 done, but I only thought that it was this section here. There's actually a section in here and a section in here that still needs to be done. So I'm aiming for the column here to get done. And after stream, I'm gonna set up my drying racks so I can seal up my shamrocks. And I'll take pictures and post the shamrocks on on my creations page. Oh. Mhm. Oh, and we're gonna end that piece of string. We cannot make it that. Mhm. Oh, okay. So I thought I lost one of my pieces of stringadoo, but apparently I just misplaced it. Because dark blue is hard for me to see. But I found it, so I'm going to use it. Actually, today, funny enough, is actually supposed to warm up a little bit to about 40 before we get bitch slapped with um, an Arctic front. But it's actually kind of pretty outside. It's not very sunny, which, I mean, if it were sunny, I wouldn't be able to see. That's a really rough part about having my eyes is if it's too bright, I can't see. If it's too dark, I can't see. And by the time I can see, the lighting situation has changed and my eyes are going, listen here. That's why, like, when I start staring down at my cross stitch, uh, I spend a little bit of time actually working on it because the bright light is super duper handy, but I have to adjust to it. And this is Divine's last week in January. So I'm gonna figure out. I'm keeping a monthly stitch, like how many stitches I do in a month, and just see what my average is. Because most of the time I'm only working on this on stream days. And is it unfortunate? Yes, but I also am doing other arts and crafts, and I'm doing my craft fairs, and uh, so. But I'm gonna be filling out an application for a night market again, and I'm excited about it. I am. I It's not at the waterfront, so it won't it won't be as windy. So I'm super grateful for that. But I had to wait. Um, well, I have to wait until my next paycheck to be able to pay for it. calories to the top of the ear in 10 minutes. That's okay though. Mm-hmm. 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 It's funny because on Thursdays I get up at the same time and I take my meds at the same time. But because I start an hour early, uh, my meds kick in at 10, and I start to feel that. I start to feel that serenity that, like, I'd normally just be turning on the stream or just turned on the stream, and the serenity of everything touching down has is starting to kick in, and I'm like, oh. And I know that ads will run, so I'm gonna try to space my break to come back just after the ads, because last time I kept spacing them. I'd come back and then the ads would hit. So and I think they're at 5 past, so I might it might be a 10-minute break. Not that I'll actually need the 10-minute break, but I got really close. Really close to the tip of the ear. think I'll wait till 5 past to see if, or like halfway in between, because I don't want to take a 10-minute break. See if I can get to the top. But I know ads are incoming soon, and I might as well be filling the wood stove. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. I know Jules is lurking. Oh my goodness. I am not ready for I am openly bitching about the weather shit show that's about to happen. and where I am is only gonna get scuffed, as it were. Like we're still gonna get we're gonna get a little bit of it, but we're not getting near as much as half the country. I have to, my biggest complaint is I have to work. Is I have to actually go out and drive in it, which I can do. I am more than capable of negotiating the weather, but And just so you know, I'm kind of playing out to see where my ads play, so I can take a 5-minute break to go stuff the wood stove. Because it's kind of chilly. It's kind of chilly right now. Okay. I'm running out of string, so I'm gonna, once I'm done this row, I'm gonna step away for 5 minutes so I can go put some logs in the fire and swap over my piece of string. I have thermals, but like growing up in Maine, like you have thermals by the time you can go outside. Like you're born and poof, you get your first set of thermals. Geez, I haven't had to wear mine in a while though. Like I have enough cushion to keep me warm. I am not a stick figure. Okay. I'm gonna poof for 5 to 8 minutes. I don't know. Gonna go put logs in the fire to continually keep my house from freezing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I know when my ads apparently run at 10 past. So I dismissed this ad break because yeah. Oh, really? Seriously? I have so many words right now. So many. I know. Okay, all done. So 10 past is when my ads run. So at 11:10, I will be taking my next break. Oh, so I go downstairs and I'm like, I'm gonna check to see how the foam is setting. And I feel around, and for those of you who have insulated know that when you block the leaks, the air will find a way around. So I was feeling, and I found another huge leak. So I filled that with the foam, and then I was like, I wonder about this window over here. So I go over, and sure enough, there's air leakage around that window. So I foam the where the leakage is, and I'm really hoping that and I think it will, because it was a lot of air. I think that will help a little bit. Here I am. I'm like, where's my string? Forgetting that my string ended before I went on break. Uh, but I put wood in the stove. I know this sounds awful. It's 63 downstairs right now, and I'm cool with that. Because when it gets cold like this, getting above 60 is really, really hard for the house. Even when I was doing oil, getting above a certain temperature was hard for the house. So that's probably why I burn through so much oil, is it's just hard to heat the house. I agree with this. Get what you need. I'm not going anywhere near a grocery store for the next couple days. I have everything I need, and because every Mainer, no matter what, or I don't know. I can't say every Mainer because I'm a Mainer, like true and true. And when I hear snowstorm, I'm not rushing to the store. I'm not. I'm sorry. If you tell me the snowstorm, I'm gonna look, see what I have, and be like, okay, I have everything I need, and be good with it. I am going to try to remember to get my big gas tank and fill that so that I can, in case the power goes out, we have the generator. and and that's sometimes that's just what has happened, is a big storm's rolling in, and I'm like, well, it's my shopping day, and everybody's like going wild and crazy, and I'm over here like, can I just get my food? But I also have to, and I take into consideration I am relatively close to a lot of amenities. Um, so I don't have to panic. And and yes, I live in a rural. It's not even just a rural area. I live in a rural state. Oh, that's such a weird word to say. Hmm. I have skis. I have skis and I have skis and thermals. Oh. We have a little generator. Our generator can handle the fridge and the freezers and maybe like a couple of lights and whatnot. But I mean, we have the wood stove to keep us warm, and we have gas and city water. So Oh yeah, I grew up with a well, and if your pump well, I mean, and that's good for having a generator as as your pump. You could always get a hand pump. Yeah, growing up, we filled the bathtub. We had 5 gallon buckets. Yeah. If it's yellow, nice and mellow. We knew the rules. We knew the rhymes. Uh, my parents got a my parents recently got a whole house generator. I'm like, you guys got tired of the power going out every time someone farts? But no, growing up, the ice storm of '98. Oh my goodness, I think it was 5 days without power. I will take snow. I will take feet of snow over ice any day. Even a quarter of an inch of ice. I will take a foot of snow over a quarter inch of ice. Oh, I actually, I had to call my parents the first time I lost power in my house because I was like, okay, so I lost power, and I knew the basics, but I was like, so I'm on city water. Is it okay that my water's still running? They laughed at me. I mean, I was 25. Let's be real. I was 25. I'm stupid in some areas of my life, but yeah. Woohoo! I reached the top of the ear. I got a connection. Like I ran the water, and I'm like, am I gonna burn something out by having like, am I gonna drain my pipes? Like I was legit concerned. And then they're like, no, you're on city water, you're fine. I don't have hot water though. When the power goes out, because of I have a tankless, I don't have hot water. But that's also why I have a stove. Okay, time to mark up the pattern. Sorry, marking up the pattern. Marking off my crisscrosses. Up. Ooh. Ooh, that section? That was 322 stitches, so I am not upset. But now we gotta move down in here, down into the other places. Ah. And it's all the same color. Ah. Let's see if I have enough string to go back to the beginning. I am tearing through the 939. I gotta say, I went up into the attic today because that's where I keep the spray foam insulation, because where I was fixing a window and whatnot. And I went up into the attic, and traditionally, like when it's chilly outside, it's been very, very chilly in the attic. And just due to the little bit of work that I've done, like it is not as bad as it used to be. Like, I mean, is it the same temperature as the rest of the house? No, there's definitely, I also keep the door shut so the heat doesn't go up the stairs. But I'm really proud of the heat retention that it has. And I still haven't sat down and done more insulation in there, and I should. I absolutely should. But I haven't, and oh well. Everybody will be okay, including myself. Oh, it became a little brighter outside, and I can see where the gray clouds are. It's not sunny, it's just brighter. I don't really have a next goal before my next break. I'll get to where I need to be. But I've already exceeded my expectations for stitch count, so I'm not upset there. I'm trying to think of a mental marker to reach a goal, just because highlighting the stitches helps, and I think I'm gonna use one of these 2 dots here as a marker to. You're fine, ma'am. Relax, lay down. How did it scare you? Inquiring minds want to know how meds scared you. Yeah, sometimes the bubbles stick. I have to do that with when I load my pump. I actually think I need to definitely charge my pump today. That's- eh. Oh, well, I know what I'm doing on my next break. Okay. So my next break in 20 minutes will be me changing my insulin pump. Good timing. Good timing talking about bubbles and stuff. I mean, it would have started beeping and buzzing at me, and I would have gotten angry at it. But I definitely appreciate not having to get angry at it. Yeah, I have to change my pump every 3 days. That's why I was like, it's been about 3 days. So. That sounds like a solid plan. I'm gonna sit here and therapeutically stab things for another hour and 15 minutes. I agree. It's those are the little boundaries I was talking about. It is okay. It is okay for you to say no because my body is messing up, and you guys tell me all the time. Like this morning, I woke up with a crash sugar. Mind you, means I got to eat candy in the morning, but it pulled out. It decided to not be a dick, but you guys have hollered at me, so it is okay to say no. As I toss my pump everywhere. Oh my goodness! I think that was my last little bit of that color, so that's okay. I gotta pull another length. Do you guys want to see what a sweet boy looks like? Let me see if the camera works. Okay, so there's that. That's I have to show you the sweetest of the boys. He's being so sweet right now. I did that to a coworker, like, because when I worked that double, I was more than willing to come in for my next shift if I could delay going in, as opposed to from instead of being there at 3, getting there at 5, just to have that little extra buffer time. And the coworker who I was working for is like, nope, I'm working your shift tomorrow. I'm like, but I feel bad. And she's like, well, you're working a double for me. I'm like, I am the biggest hypocrite when it comes to that. Like, I was telling my boss, I'm like, I had no issues. I was fully prepared to go in at 5. And it's not that I'm not awake and not ready. It helps. It's coping skill for my anxiety. If I have it in my brain that I have to be there at 3, I'm not going to fall asleep, and just telling my brain, and even if I know I'm trying to trick my brain, it works. So snow just fell off my roof. But yeah, my coworker's like, no, you're working a double for me. The least I can do is do it for you. I'm like, okay. So. And it's not really like I got any. It feels like I got extra time off, but I really didn't because I still worked the shift. It was just back to back and not. I mean, I could handle doing every other day, 2/16s, at least for a short bit, but. Actually, that's what's coming to work with me tonight. Because I don't know what I'm getting for dinner, but. Yeah, my goal before my next break is this thought right there. Maybe. I don't. I think yeah, I think I can make it because I'm not logging off till I'm not taking my break till 11:10. I've made lots of progress today. Even if I don't feel like I have, like, I have. Hi, feature. Oh. Now rest and just let your granola bar is enough for right now. Take deep breaths. Just relax, soothe. do. I think I'll be able to get done at least this chunk in the last hour. Maybe. I'm hoping. I'm aiming. That's what I'm aiming for. I might get to my mini goal before break. Or at least super close. Well, I was super close last time too, so. Yeah, I'm 2 lines short. That's what it's looking like. That's it. Get this done and go check on the stove. Oh, well, that's not what I want. Okie dokie, my friends. I have an ad break starting, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Okie dokie, I am back. Have a nice full insulin pump and life is grand. We're gonna get on the home stretch. Got 2 lines to do before I take my next markup break. Mhm. Choo-choo. Oh, oh, the other light bulb just decided to pop on. Another thing on my very long list of annoying things in my house that I should probably fix, but I haven't yet. I feel like I only just started this piece, the string, and I'm coming towards the end of it. Maybe because I'm doing the gap is a little wider, but that's good. I can. Oh my goodness, it's not good. I somehow untied the knot. Oh, look at them being cute. Nope, that's not where I want to be. First mini goal met. Or second mini goal, I guess. Whew. Whew. That's up the stitch count quite a bit. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna my next marking point is gonna be the end of the little confetti spots. And that might just be the end of the day, honestly. But I've quite the impressive stitch count, so I'm keeping it secret. I'm keeping it secret so I can have the one-person guessing game, or maybe the two-person guessing game. After I get my mini chores done. I feel my sugar teetering on a crash, so I think I'm going to finish this row up. I'm gonna give the stats and call it a day, as much as I don't want to. I want to prevent a full-on crash because I do in fact have to do some physical labor relatively soon, aka shoveling my driveway so I can get out and so I can shovel it again later after it snows again, because that's the world we live in. Okay. We started off today. Started off today at, oh, let me hit the right buttons, at 10.56%. After 566 stitches, we are at 10.76%. So we did quite a bit of stitching, 566 to be exact. And we're almost done 939. I mean, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. As you can see, the dogs have left the building because they know my closing spiel. We have this left for 939 and a couple spots here and there. I may do them in my downtime today or tomorrow after I wake up from my yuck. But I want everybody to drink their water, take their meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. And I will see everybody on the flip side. I'll be lurking for a little bit. I simply just have to go eat something more than I did this morning because my sugar is teetering on a crash. So I love you all. Thank you for the gift of your time. And I will see everybody on Monday when we do